Ooh. OK. Yeah. Yeah. OK. So I was mentioning really cool blockchain tech, right? So again, some really cool meme. Your technology bingo. If you have, 4 of this in your pitch deck, you got the bingo. But we still don't have 1 billion users. So Web3, I mentioned, again, lack of common services. So blockchain operating system, common layer provides a way to actually connect all those things. Single identity, kind of single access, compatible with any blockchain. OK, so why is Near the boss? Well, so Near is kind of its vision from the start was not just to build a protocol blockchain thing that processes transactions. It always was how do we give access to the user, right? That's why we invested in simple onboarding, account model, things like KeyPom, things like link drops, things like wallets, et cetera. Like how do we create a more cohesive onboarding? And Alex after me will showcase even kind of next generation of this. But also, we need to find applications. We need to find users. We need to find experiences. So search, discovery. You will see how that works as well. We have from the start been investing in developer tooling, right? You'll hear from Josh how to build with JavaScript. You can build with Rust. You can actually build with more programming languages because at the bottom you have WebAssembly, which is kind of generic framework that has a lot of support. Social graph, something that engages people, notifications, chat, more of these things to come, right? Composable apps, and I'll show how that looks, but kind of how do we, bringing all this together is what Near does. It's bringing all this together in what we call blockchain operating system. So the tech stack of this, right, is layers of technology. So we started at the bottom. We started by building the blockchain called Near. It's a sharded blockchain. It has a lot of components. Obviously, there's Ethereum. There's layer 2s. There's other layer 1s. Now, blockchain on itself is optimized for securing the data, providing data availability, providing some level, providing consensus for everyone to agree on the same state. It's not optimized for building highly scalable apps. That's why you have indexers, you have a lot of other middleware infrastructure, and that's what we call data platform, right? So there is kind of Pagoda provides a lot of data platform. There's other companies in Near ecosystem, and also there's obviously Infura and others in kind of other ecosystems as well, including Near. But there's a new layer, right? And I kind of ask everyone to think for a second, what is the front end for the blockchain? Usually, when I ask this question, people say it's either Explorer or a wallet. And Explorer is really bad front end, right? It's not designed for any actual users. It's a way to validate that something is going on. And wallet, I mean, obviously there's a variety now, but they're still a very limited kind of financially focused application. What Discovery provides is a way to build any kind of application in a way that is fully decentralized. It's the source code of the front end itself is stored on the blockchain. We call them components. You can link any components together, and this can be retrieved and rendered for the user anywhere at any time. And you can have different access points, or we call them gateways, how you view this, right? It can be through a browser. It can be that the browser itself does this. It can be a mobile app. It can be a desktop app. You can actually run a full stack Near node, data platform and the Discovery presentation layer locally to have all of that kind of composed in one version. So that's kind of what we call blockchain operating system. There's a lot of components coming into it, onboarding, chat, notifications, search, et cetera. But kind of all together, we're providing you the framework as a developer to build applications. And as a user, this is where you can find and experience them. So why is Near protocol at the core? Why is the blockchain we build at the core? Well, you want something that's like a really good developer experience. You want something that has extremely fast finality so you can build things really quickly on it. You want it to scale with usage, right? Again, we're talking about social features. We're talking about chat. We're talking about kind of interacting with high-velocity things, lots of users. And more importantly, we want flexible account model. We want something that allows anybody to build on this, anybody to use it, and create new experiences. Again, KeyPom was a great example of kind of how to onboard users who don't even know what blockchain is, get a ticket, get a trial account, start using it. We're launching meta transactions. We're launching a few other really cool things that are really creating this powerful experience. And so I mentioned the way to access the blockchain of your system is not one single point. Again, it's an open, blockchain is all about open systems, so you can actually integrate it into many different places, right? Like one, place that it's gonna go is near.org. This is kind of the primary gateway we're building. But at the same time, it can be integrated into the Sweatcoin app for the users of Sweatcoin. It can be, and I'll show the DeFi hub for Ethereum users, for example. It can be even integrated in browser, where you just type in near : / That's coming at some point. So there's all these ways you can access it, because at the end, it's a kind of the core of the UI of the data. Everything lives kind of on the blockchain and can be always accessed from any of these points, right? There's no like near.org centralized server that serves it. It's just a way to access it. And it is actually multi-chain, right? So it will support any wallet, like people can integrate any wallet. The kind of discovery, you can build any front end. It's actually a better front end development platform than Web 2. You have data abstraction layer that provides you ways to create kind of data you need for your application, and Pavel will talk about some of the innovation there. And you can use any of the smart contracts on any blockchain. And you can actually build an app that uses multiple different blockchain apps from different blockchains at the same time. Like imagine you swapping while chatting with someone and the same app. The chat is happening on Near blockchain. The swap is happening on Uniswap. It's all linked through the same identity. You're interacting with it. And as a user, you don't really care about any of the technology that happens underneath. You're just like doing your thing. That's what we're really aiming for. Operating system really handling all of the complexity. Think of this as hardware. Like blockchains are almost hardware right now. And kind of managing on that, providing developers really easy API, providing users kind of complete abstraction of this and just apps they need. So it is a two-sided marketplace, right? Any operating system starts with like getting first developers to build on it. And then users who will start coming because there's some interesting apps, and kind of create this flywheel of you have now a distribution channel which more developers want to build. And so today we're releasing alpha.near.org. This is an alpha version of the experience that will be on near.org. It is for developers and super fans of kind of blockchain. And it's about, you can fork and you can compose the new experiences. And I'll show how it looks. And this is right now for the hackathon for next few months for people to build new experiences, to explore what you can do, to create really cool things. And there's already some cool stuff that Alex will be showing. Now, as this matures, it's going to be launched on near.org. It's going to be launched in other places, and you'll be able to have games. You'll be able to have commerce and finance, microtasks and gigs that Alex was mentioning before, complex apps, chat. All of these experiences will be coming together and creating this flywheel of users and developers. All right, so how does this look? Well, so alpha.near.org, you can go right now, and you'll see this. This is a pretty much developer social network right now. It has a developer feed, and there's a lot of news from the ecosystem happening there. You have applications and featured components. You have people. You have news. And kind of you can start exploring. And you can also look how those things are implemented. You can always go into Discover and take a look what component you're looking at, what application you're looking at. And you can fork it. You can modify it. You can look at source code. You can look which other components it's using. So here's a link for developers in a room to get a little bit of Near to start building components. I'll give you 30 seconds. OK. Now, I mentioned it's for any chain. So EVM is already implemented and ready to go. And because we're at ETHDenver, there's actually a $20,000 worth of bounties to build Ethereum front ends on this. So yeah. So I'll show you how to get there in a second. But what you're looking at is actually a Lido component implemented on the same platform. It works with Ethereum. I'm connected with my MetaMask. And it's a completely workable solution. And you can always go how it's implemented and fork it and try something else. Because it's EVM, you can build any other layer 2s or whatever, layer 1s, layer 3s, layer 4s, whatever people are doing. So one of the folks from Proximity team have implemented a Canto swap, and you can, again, do that as well. Like for, I'm sure there's bounties for other chains. So that's one way to also expand and showcase. And again, you're looking through the same experience. They designed a little bit differently, but they all stored on the same place. You can navigate between them. You can have like all the swaps between all the chains list and go between them. Or you can build 1 inch on top of this. Now, so how do you get there? BOS.gg, you can go now. There is link to the hackathon bounties with all the descriptions. Again, $20,000 just for this. There's other bounties as well. I'm going to be talking about that at the opening session, so come to that. And go and hack. And again, you still need a near account. So if you want to hack on BOS.gg, we have another link. So for those who are hacking at ETHDenver and building cool stuff, this is your link. Grab this. You can sign up on your phone, and then obviously developing going to happen on laptop. So you'll need to log in with the same seed phrase there. And that is going to be solved as well soon. OK, so Near kind of overall, right, started as a blockchain, right? It was known for sharding. It was known for account model, for usability. But it's not just a blockchain. It's data platform. It's Web3 identity. It's tooling. It's multi-chain interoperability. It's this composable front ends. It's social graph. And it's more and more of these components that are coming together as one blockchain operating system. And that's really what I want you to leave with is Near is the boss, and you need to tweet about it, #Near is the boss. Thank you.